just like that, we leave another Croatian city. Well, we leave another Croatian apartment. We haven't quite left the city yet. This was the little view that we had crossways across our balcony. We had to kind of look around somebody else's house, but you know, for 55 euros for an apartment for a night, how can you complain? Booking.com people, we have had up to this point but one problem, just that place where the address was wildly wrong. Otherwise all good, good prices, nice people. I'm trapped. I'm going to be stuck here forever. Oh, okay. Oh, thank goodness for step-throughs. And just like that, we leave the city of Zadar behind with 29 degrees at 10:30 in the morning. And the plan today is to ultimately head all the way up north to Zagreb, but because we want to take advantage of it before we leave it completely, we're going to snake around to the left a little bit, to the west, and just follow the coast back up to northern Croatia before cutting 90 degrees inland. So if you are sitting comfortably, I shall begin. Oh, my mountainy buddies, how I've missed you. It's about time. It is far too hot down here in the bottom of the mountain spork, but it is very dry. Oh, what? So we've found another roadblock. Oh, unbelievable. Always in the summer, but I suppose, as Phil Tonic quite rightly said, otherwise how do the builders get their wonderful t-shirt tans? Oh, they've just completely blocked off the road. Unbelievable. Have a little bit of a detour, shall we? You shall not pass! But as long as these roadblocks and roadworks don't block off the mountain roads that we want, the curvy bendy ones, then that's alright. Oh, I think we're about to lose this one as well. Yeah, looks like this is block 2! Unbelievable! From all directions. Oh, there's a bit of a step there, watch yourself. So, what kind of adventure is this going to turn into? Oh, this is exactly what you need when you're betting in your Swallocks, is a nice little detour through a sleepy, rough-roaded, windy-streeted town. And then, as if by magic, back on the main road! Get it! Woohoo! Oh, and back up to speed for some lovely 30-degree air into my wings. So Betty is at least well ventilated in her Swallocks. Oh, I've got the top of my jacket open, but it literally is like I've just strapped a hairdryer into the collar of my jacket, blowing all of the Schwitzluft down into my crotch. There's the bungee jumping station that seems to be on all of these bridges. Oh, that is a fresh, cool breeze. Oh, that's really fresh. It's fresh, fresh, exciting. It's everything to me. And this is the coast we're going to be following, all the way up to Karlobag. Yeah, this is where the riding starts for me today. Just got an insatiable love for coastal roads. I could do it all day long. And guess what? We're gonna! Ha ha! So quiet, so sleepy. I think I might definitely be coming back here for a bit of non-biking, laze in the sun type holiday, because so far, really impressed. What are they doing here? What were they doing? If that was sweeping the road, it was doing a rubbish job. Camping penis. Oh, I'd forgotten about this. Maybe this is just better than it was because they've painted it again. Oh, it's so squirmy. That's disgusting. I'm sure it's fine, but it just feels so unsettled. When I was a kid, I used to really love making Lego articulated lorries. But it used to just so get on my tits that when you drove them along the carpet, the trailer would crab sideways on the carpet and not follow the same line as the front wheels. Oh, I hated that. I think that was the beginning of the OCD. Missed the gear there. I don't know if the air temperature's just gone up a bit or the excitement has raised my core temperature a bit. Either way, ollie bobs, innit? Don't matter. And we're all going to be behind that caravan in a minute anyway. Cheers, mate. Yeah, you too. Cheers, dude. Oh, look at that. Smells of coconut sun cream around here. I can only imagine there's an army of fat tourists in the back of that van there, oiling themselves up, ready to pile out onto some beach along here. Yep, the smell of kokosnuss getting stronger with every metre I get closer to this slowmobile. Ah, there's the cafe where we did our little divided food and alcohol shop with the friendliest staff in the world. That, boys and girls, was sarcasm. For the dog, suicidal. Holy bonkers, that was the life flash before my eyes there, and it was met with an oversized canine end. Is, well, I've seen rougher waters in the bath. Where have they got to? Got a little bit over exuberant in that section. Exuberant! What a lot of choppers! Quite ridiculous the amount of fun you can have on roads like this. Quite ridiculous how much you could really hurt yourself as well. overcook it into something like that, you've got no chance, have you? I missed the gear pedal there. Oh, Andy, you're such a shit rider. Camper van round here. Maybe not give it all the beans and end up in the back having a cup of tea with Rupert and Mabel. That's not how today should end. Danke! Oh, I'm going to take it easy for a little bit. Let them catch up. Get my breath back. Cool down. I'm overheating. There they are. Here we are at Carlo Bag, so everything north of here is going to be new to the team. This is where we came down through the hills, joined up with that road, and then headed south. So now we're going to go a bit further northwest, another 50 or so kilometres along the sea, and then we cut in. We all live in a yellow submarine. Okay, I have a lot of human billboards in action here. It's people standing outside stuff trying to wave folks in, but with the billboard there as well, like the billboard itself wasn't enough. They needed a guy to point at the billboard to make sure that we'd seen it. Some pretty leery cruiser overtaking from Ian there. Ian is absolutely smashing it now. He must need a poo. Pretty impressive stuff, Ian. I've ridden with chaps on sports bikes that's been easier to keep up with. This is what happens when you put a sports tourer like that monster in the hands of somebody who actually knows what they're doing. That was bloody brilliant. You weren't hanging about either. I was really struggling to keep up, I'll be honest. Oh, I've got a sore throttle hand. We've been doing so much thrispy right hand action on the bike. Get your mind out of the gutter. Do I have to keep telling you, honestly? Anyway, I've got a blister right there, but underneath a piece of hard skin, so it's like I've got a callus with a blister under it, and it really hurts. I mean, it really hurts. So I think we might have to perform some surgery on the next stop. So it looks like we've got a little bit of a pause from the coast now, stepping a tiny bit inland, just to cut the corner, I think. Well, it really is a tiny bit. There's the coast over there, so we're practically back on it already. Just like that, back on the seaside. What a coastline! What a coastline Croatia has! You could ride for weeks down this coastline, stop every 100 kilometres, lie on the beach for a couple of hours, carry on to the next beach. You could get 2 or 3 beaches in a day, couldn't you? Although not based on the timetable we've been using. We've been getting up at 8 in the morning to maybe leave at around about 10:30. It's been a little bit of a relaxed scheduling system here. But then again, I should take a fair bit of the blame for all of that, because I have got quite a lot of camera nonsense, cables, batteries, laptop, video downloading, battery charging. I am the king of faff, despite the fact I've reduced my faff levels by at least 50% with stuff like this cable, meaning that that camera is constantly powered. And every time we stop, I plug stuff in and charge it up off battery packs. I've got 2 battery packs in here. One is the Noco XGB12. Click the link on screen to see the video about that. I highly rate that battery pack. I've also got the 3000 milliamp hour battery pack on top here. This is another Noco, the XGB3L. Also ruggedized, rubberized, bomb-proof, chuck-aboutable. And every time we stop for a coffee, I get everything plugged back into the big battery packs in here to try and keep things topped up. Last little stretch of coast now. Reginald, Mabel, look at that. Thank you. That was really, really bumpy. My front was skipping all over the place. Skippity-doo-dah, skippity-yeah. I've been shot! Wow, wow. Oh, overbanding alert. Oh, a lot of traffic at the end of this section. Great to find some bikes, but not great to find so many camper vans. Go home, camper vans. No real opportunity to get past without seeming really obnoxious. Probably seeming really obnoxious as it is, just steaming up close in every corner. There we go, overtaking the traffic. Oh, this is a real bunch of traffic now, isn't it? But if you're going to get traffic, what a place to get it. Gets hell of a squirmy on that white line. Oh, that first few seconds after donning all the gear and getting on the move. Oh, you go from red hot to a cool breeze on a sweaty chest. It's absolute killer at places like that as well, where they have no shade whatsoever. Tell you what though, I won't complain about hot when there's folks doing this kind of nonsense. In this heat, forget that, bloody hell. It's an impressive old wall, isn't it? Whew. So in the time that we've been sat there having coffee, it's gone up to 33 degrees. But as long as it stays bright and beautiful like this, I really couldn't care less. I'd rather be wet because it came out of me than because it came out of the sky. Oh, that sounds so wrong. Oh, he was spinning his fingers like we might have to turn around or something. Or there's a police helicopter following us. Look at that, it's police, isn't it? Goodbye, Senge, and goodbye to the seaside that you signify. We will see each other again. I promise. Thinking heck, this bend up here looks so sharp we're going to have to do an endo to get round it. Oh, what's happened here then? Cheers, mate. Oh, I can feel the degrees dropping off. This is positively refreshing. Up here quick, didn't we? Oh, 26 degrees on this side of that little mountain ridge. Oh, look at that, boy. We're back into the valleys, on me right. Absolutely proper lovely, innit, Pat? Feels really strange not to have the sea by my side anymore. Just got so used to it. Bloody hell. I think they were going back in time a bit, they were going so fast. How was your rear end on that bumpy stuff? Oh, there's loads of the overbanding nonsense here, but only in the corners. But it's everywhere, and just a tiny little touch of it and you get a horrible slip and a squirm. Oh, front wheel there. It's horrible. Squirmy road. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that is horrible. Front wheel goes that way, back wheel goes that way. What was that about? That's a bit weird. How weird was that? I've only ever seen stuff like that in computer games, in racing games. That was crazy. 888 meters above sea level right now. Wonderful corner. That was not so good. Too fast, too slow. Look at that Mark II Fiesta CL. Kindly let me pass, thanks mate. See, now if you squint your eyes a little bit we could be in the Black Forest again, couldn't we? Except for the fact that the sun's out. Never seen that before. Look at this, we've got to watch out for stunt drivers. Yes, or drunk drivers. That was an old machine without even a cab. Cabrio combine harvester. So green. It must rain here, which means in turn something must be up. This is what, the 5th day without rain? That's a new record. I was trying to dance in between these black overbanding stripes. And in spite of thinking that the temperature would drop as we came upwards and inland, it seems I was entirely wrong. It's just getting hotter. Oh my good lordy, it's boiling hot today. That's a monster. Whoa! No, or did he nearly have it off on the white stripe as well? So this is Karlovac. Imagine when you wake up in the morning, look out the window to a 20-foot bottle of beer every single day. Morning, oh, I really fancy a beer. Oh, and finally a bit of shady bendy action. Spoke too soon, didn't I? Must be extended siesta today because it's so friggin' hot. There's just no humans about. Where are all the humans? The humans are dead. Yes, I poked one. It was dead. Some proper old machines in use around here, aren't there? Blinking heck, this is horrendous patchwork. Oh, bloody hell. They just tarmacked over a mountain range there. Speaking of the devil, look at that, mountains in the distance. Hello. How have you been? Oh, there's just no wind. I'm cooking from the inside. 33 degrees. God. Stork's nest at the top of a lamppost. There's another one, look. No one there too. Crazy. It looks like with only 77 kilometers to go to our stop today, sadly we're not going to be reaching the mountains. I don't know why, but in my head I thought that Zagreb was at least at the bottom of the hills. I did not expect to see Stork's nest at the top of lampposts, and so many of them. Oh, we are now just 54 kilometers away from Zagreb, and things have become quite a lot more rural. Road surfaces have taken a real dive in terms of quality, but the temperature has gone down to a positively chilly 30 degrees. Oh, locked up the front a little bit there. It was all a bit loose, wasn't it? Fully expecting to meet a tractor or a combine harvester coming around the corner at any moment now. So I'm being a little bit more reticent to wrap my way around the bends as usual. Plus there's lots of loose ground all over the place. It feels more like we're just heading out into the wilderness than towards the city. Still good fun though, isn't it? Oh, I forgot they speak Croatian, don't they? It was a surprisingly large amount of fun though, actually. That reminds me of blatting around the farm tracks on my granddad's farm on my Uncle Chris's motorbikes as a kid. Before the days of health and safety, because he used to sit on the back and do the gears and I'd sit in front of him and do the steering and the throttle. Top level safety. Don't do this at home, kids. Some of these houses are made with the shittest bricks, aren't they? As long as they stand up and hold the roof off the floor, that's enough. Looks like this is the last twisty bit. Some loose stony chisel on the corners as well, just to keep things interesting. around the corner here. There's a poo or a badger or something there. Great little end to the day. There's a tiny little bit more to come. Take off there. That was very enjoyable. Still no sign of any city though, eh? So with the failing batteries and dwindling memory card space, that camera's completely empty, so you have to imagine you can see my beautiful black shielded face. But anyway, once again, another day of fabulous riding. The heat was quite frankly shocking and a little bit uncomfortable, but to be honest, I'd take this over rain and grey skies any day of the week. The roads had a patch in the middle which were a little bit boring, a little bit flat, a little bit straight, but that incredible coastal road this morning, and then this amazing little twisty forest section at the end. Awesome. But thanks so much for joining me and the folks coming along on this little trip, but don't worry, it doesn't end here. Tomorrow we're carrying on from Zagreb into Austria, all the way up to Vienna. Speak of the devil, that looks like the city ahead of us now. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow as we leave Zagreb and head north. Ta-ta!